And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
And engage. Welcome to the show, my friends. Phil Zeller with you, Effective Communication. I've got a quote for you today, a quote for you today. Check this out. People won't always remember what you said, though they will remember how you made them feel. So how are you making people feel today? Oh, you know I have fun in the show. We always have fun sharing wisdom with you because it's rooted in common sense, as always, here on Effective Communication. And this quote is so important to all of us because people are always asking, well, Phil, how do I make my speech memorable? How do I get people to remember me? How do I get them to remember what I'm saying? Because it seems like I go in here, I jump through the hoops, and I give them stuff, and I think it's good, but they don't do anything with it. And then I ask myself, was it really good? Well, you're asking the right questions. Was it really good? And then bring this quote back around. Bring it back around and think about it for a moment. Think about the last presentation you gave. Think about that last business meeting you had. Think about that last call you made on a customer. How'd you make them feel? I know you said a lot of stuff, but how'd you make them feel when you walked out? Did they feel more empowered? Did they feel more excited? Did they feel like you made them part of something? And now, let me take this back to you personally, because you're the one that matters right here, right now. Let's take it back to you. What effect are you having on the people that you love right now? Ooh, Phil went for the jugular. There he goes again. Oh, yeah. How are you making the people feel that you care about in your life? How do they feel right now around you? Do they feel the way you want them to feel? Do they feel as if, you know what, they're so happy that you're in their life because you bring happiness, you bring joy, you bring substance to their life? Oftentimes in communication, we are so focused on what we want to say, we forget about the feelings of others, and we forget how they feel. And it is so important that we ask ourselves, where does this conversation end, and what do they remember about you? What do they remember about me? And this really came prevalent to me just 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I was sitting with my father-in-law. Now, he's not a young man. He's got a few years on him, 88 to be exact. He'll be 89 coming up. He's in his 89th year. And he was sharing with me, he goes, may I share something with you? And I said, yeah. And maybe this is the case because, like a lot of you, I've lost loved ones in my life, and I lost my parents and had those deep conversations in which, you know, you take away, what did they take away in their life? And as you get closer to the end of your life, you want to share with people. And it's a common thing. We're all going to go through it. I just happen to be on the show with you all the time, sharing wisdom in my life with you to help you to be more successful in your relationships and communicating with other human beings. And as my father-in-law was sharing with me, he goes, you know what you've always done for me? Whew, I'm going to get emotional with you, my friends. He said, you always make me feel like a king. You always make me feel like a king. Wow. Wow. I process that for a moment. Now process that. How did I make him feel? Wow, I made him feel like a king. He said, in everything we've ever done in my life, whenever I've been around you, you made me feel important. And he goes, I don't get that from other people, but I've always gotten it from you. So I'm going to challenge you, my friends, not just with your loved ones, but everybody in your life. When you share with other people, you share your wisdom, you share your experiences, how do people feel when they're done listening to you? Do they feel like they have some new confidence? Do they feel better about things? And when you take the time to really care about how other people feel, you do this, but you become genuinely interested in them and the other person. That's what Dale Carnegie would tell you to do, to become genuinely interested in the other person. And if you become genuinely interested in other people, that person you're talking to in that moment will feel like the king. They'll feel important. They'll feel special. And the beautiful thing about it is when we work with people in our lives, they're going to remember how you made them feel. And so I really want to challenge you today. Every conversation you have, not only with your loved ones, but with every person you interact with. When you leave the gas station today, or you leave the store, or you see the delivery person today, how do you want them to feel after they interact with you? Challenge yourself with that question, my friends, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring more love into the world, you're going to bring more sanity in the world, and people will know you, and they'll know you as a person who made them feel good. Now go make it happen.